What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? I just finished watching the Bibiani and Oyama match, or as I like to call him, Bibiyama. That was a little bit of a nickname I gave to the match between Bibiani and Paul Oyama. I forgot to mention that I got 6 questions right in that whole thing, so that's on me. In any case, I finished that one, shaked it off, and jumped immediately to the next match. And the only thing changed, definitely is in my hoodie, it's this marker, the color of my marker, because this is the Star Wars match, so I'm using a different colored marker in this match. Now, sadly, unfortunately, I already know who won, and I already know the score, the final score for the match. So there's really, it's on me. I mean, the match has been out for over a week. I could have watched it. I didn't, for reasons that I can't really go into right at the moment. But the main thing is, I always say it's not about who wins and who loses, it's how the game was played. That's why I still watch the matches start to finish and react to them, because that to me is how the Schmoedown goes. So, unfortunately, like I said, I already know the final score. However, what it really comes down to is the questions themselves that were asked. And since I know it was a pretty high score from both of them, let's see how many points I can get for myself, because I really want to do good in these types of divisions. So, without further ado, let's jump into Dimalanta Damon match, the D&D match, and see how well I do for myself. Star Wars!
And we are back. What a first match. Thank you for all the patrons who came and asked some of those questions, but we are back now. And we are here. It is the moment for the Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown Championship of the World. 5 rounds between the challenger, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta, trying to take on the longest reigning champion in Schmoedown history, Alex the Demon Damon, looking to be the only person in Movie Trivia Schmoedown history, Mark, to defend a singles championship 5 times, an individual championship 5 times. Of course, the Patriots did it 6 times. They were a team, and he's looking to try to get to that mountain, but he's got to go up against a hungry competitor in the Hunter, Andrew Dimalanta.
Christian, you say the Star Wars champion of the world. I say nay, sir, of the entire galaxy, because Alex Damon, as you mentioned, is only 4 defenses away from tying Ferris Bueller's absence record. But you look at who he's facing today, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. He's been so close before. He's tasted victory, and now he's looking for his waist to be adorned with that beautiful belt that's actually usually worn on shoulders. What a 5-round contest you and I and everybody watching right now are in for.
So it is an absolute, I don't know, I mean, you look at the hype that's been around this match, right? And for the Star Wars division it's still very young. And people at one point, people were like, oh, cancel the Star Wars division, get rid of the Star Wars division.
No.
There's no need. It's only Damon. He's got who's he got? Scrimshaw and Ken Knapsack. There's no one else. Laura Kelly.
Look at it now.
Dimalanta. And then you have all these new competitors coming in, whether it's Sean Sullivan, Adam Witt, Molly Damon, and then Thomas Harper, Marie Wilson, all these competitors that are coming in now. And it is the most stacked it's ever been. And it's the most challenges the champion's ever seen. And when you get 2 victories inside of the Schmoedown, the Star Wars Schmoedown, that is massive and hard to do. This is like the old school days of the singles division when it was Dan Murrell had 2 victories before he challenged Mark Riley for the championship. 2 victories. That is still where we are in Star Wars. And Dimalanta did it twice, and he beat Joseph Scrimshaw in a barn burner of a match. And then, of course, he beat Molly Damon, who was also a very good match, and only lost to Andres Cabrera by a little. So by that standard, he earned himself that title shot. Alex Damon, though, this is big for him. It's big for the Stars, because this year with the title defense, it's 1 extra point. It's 7 points for a championship match plus a point on a defense. If he can do that, you know that the Mercs need this win, but the Stars with this could really make a statement.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up the managerial aspect of this with each competitor's respective faction, because the Rock Stars, look, they've been here before. Roxy Stryer, the manager of the Now Stars, has coached Alex Damon in big moments like this, and now you have Coy Jandreau once again trying to just infuse a bunch of good old-fashioned light side energy into Andrew Dimalanta. He gets so focused, so locked in. When that kid gets in the zone, look the F out. Sorry, I almost swore to all you kids out there. And if you're joining us for the very first time here, you think you know a little something about Star Wars? So did Christian and I, until we saw how in-depth these questions are getting. The writing staff done a fantastic job. Whew, boy, I am so excited about this one.
Yeah, as am I. And it's just, you do mention their knowledge is incredible. The question is, there's Alex Damon has been in this position many times. He's been on the live stage in front of 1,000 people defending the championship. He's been at the Spectacular defending the championship. He won the championship at Collision. He's been in the big game matches before, and he's always stayed cool, calm, and collected. Dimalanta has not. Dimalanta has been in the big games before, but he's been thrown off. And the big game pressure, whether it was Laura Kelly or it was in the tournament final, it was just he had it, but he got in his head just a little bit. Can he overcome that? And it looks like Coy Jandreau might be the guy that could get him over that hump. We saw that he was able to get a smile out of Dimalanta. He was able to get that old Finstock negative energy out of there and put in that quirky Merc energy. Does that help? Does that help a little bit more of a push? He's wanted to play Damon since the beginning, and he finally has his shot. So this is it. It's on the table. The stakes are high, and now we're going to see Nerd Chronic. He was the guy who's been building this stuff out. He knew this was going to happen. He's got all the footage, and now you're going to see where it came to be right now.
Here we go.
Hello there. What's up, Schmoedown fans? Now, I know what some of you, well, most of you, might be thinking. Who the hell are you? For those of you who don't know, I'm Andrew Dimalanta, Schmoedown patron and the newest Star Wars competitor. I just want to let you all know that I'm excited to meet you, and let's give them one hell of a match.
Begun. The faction war has.
Nice. I like it.
Andrew Dimalanta.
Yeah, he becomes our second patron audition. So I was very impressed with his Star Wars knowledge. Yeah. I would like him to play Joseph Scrimshaw in a battle.
One of the greatest Star Wars matches I think we've ever seen played. Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta, victorious here. This is the best that the Star Wars division has ever been.
Andres Cabrera, now on this Rocky-esque journey, finding himself in the finals. That's a pretty incredible journey, Jim.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Found myself in the finals, and then, it happens. If Ace can't beat Alex Damon, the next person that Alex has to go up against is me.
The guy has proven he can beat everybody, but he's got to beat this champion who doesn't seem to be beatable at the moment.
And your winner! And still movie trivia Schmoedown, Star Wars champion of the world, Alex the Demon Damon!
The greatest champion maybe that we've ever seen in the movie trivia Schmoedown.
You have now defined this division, the Schmoedown. It's yours. You own it.
He's defended against Scrimshaw. He's defended against Laura Kelly. He's defended it against Knapsack, and now he's going up against Andres Cabrera.
I think it's pretty cool being the longest defending champion. So yeah, I wouldn't mind breaking another record. What's up, Schmoedown? I'm back, jumping right into it with a title defense against the Hunter. The Hunter? Didn't he get second in the tournament? Am I just working my way backwards now?
I don't think that it's fair that your name is spoken in the same breath as Alex Damon. Alex Damon, the greatest champion we've ever seen. I don't think there's a single person out there who could possibly take it from him.
Bring on the matches. I want more matches. If I defend this belt 2 more times, I will single-handedly tie the record for most championship defenses.
You want to come in here and you want to shake things up? You should quit while you're behind, because you'll absolutely never be ahead. At least not as long as Alex Damon has that belt.
This isn't exactly how I wanted it, but I'm extremely grateful for it. I promise you, you draft me, I'll get you that belt. And I want to make good on that promise.
I don't think Andrew's beating Alex, but I think that will be the most tight Star Wars Schmoedown match of all time.
How many matches did Dimalanta lose total? How many rounds did he lose total? How many questions and by how many words did he lose by all year? One question. Well, it's not happening today.
You thought I was hungry this season. You thought I was angry this season. You thought I was scary this season. Whoever holds that belt next season, the pain is coming for you. After that match happens, everybody else better be on top of their game because you're going to be playing catch up with me instead of the other way around this time.
Today brings home that belt. Today he has a good time doing it. Today Dimalanta kicks off his tenure as a merc wielding the gold.
I've waited a long time for this moment, and I am not going to let it slip away. You better be ready, Damon, because you're in for your toughest fight yet.
I'm here to get one more belt defense, and maybe I'm going to try to get him to smile during the match. I mean, he's so serious. Like, come on, Hunter, let's go out there, have some fun, and get me another title defense. What do you say?
The hunt continues. Frankly, it never stopped. Now, it's time to finish the job.
I mean, you can't get more hyped up than that because there is a lot on the line. Look, and Andrew Dimalanta has to do something very, very. He's got to beat the guy that nobody can beat. Alex Damon has never lost a one-on-one Star Wars match ever. So this is a first-time thing that he's going to try to do. But the other thing that he's got to do is he's got to beat Damon twice because he's defended the championship.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He gets an automatic rematch, and that'll happen in May. Damon's only got to beat Dimalanta once. However, if he loses here tonight, that Patriots record is out the window.
You know, the Schmoedown was just a tiny whisper in the far corners of Skywalker Ranch up in Northern California. But as you said, Christian, this field is just getting more and more competitive. More competitors, worthy challengers are showing up for that crown/lightsaber. And for Alex Damon, the force is strong in his family. I'm not sure if him and Molly are sisters like it would have been in a galaxy far, far away. But Alex is looking at Andrew Dimalanta right now and trying to remind him, you're not a Jedi yet. That could change after these 5 rounds.
Well, we are about to find out. And before we do, one more reminder that there are 3 big pay-per-views this month. This is one of them. And then we're going to get the free-for-all. That's right, the free-for-all. That is coming up next month. Don't forget about that. The end of this month is going to be John Roca versus Liz Shannon Miller, Ben Bateman. Ben Bateman versus Mark Yodi Riley. That's right, March 26th, Miller versus Roca, Riley versus Bateman. You're at the $10 tier. Well, you get that. Those are 3 big pay-per-views already. And then in April, you got the big championship match between Dangerous Dan Murrell versus Adam Collins. It is the second battle with those two. That's going to happen. And plus the free-for-all and everything else we got going on. Guys, be a patron today. If you bought the ticket at the schmoedownlive.com today, it's great. Glad you can get the access, but the $10 tier is where it's at. All right, Mark, are you ready to get going?
A wise maneuver. I teased that I wore a special tie for this, and look, Christian, you see who's on the tie? That's Kermit's grandpa, Yermit.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 5 rounds for the movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars Championship of the World. Introducing first.
Interestingly, he's not playing his team. We all know why.
The Quirky Mercs. With a record of 2 wins, 3 defeats. He is the 2020 Ultimate Schmoedown Star Wars finalist and the #1 ranked contender, Andrew the Hunter, Dimalanta. The Hunter is here, and a little bit more of a playful, quirky, fun Dimalanta we see this time around.
Fun Malanta.
Joining the dance party.
I see that you have indeed joined the dance party, and I think that has at least helped, albeit maybe a little later, but you're still, it seems like you've kind of fallen into the quirky Merc style. How different is it from the quirky Merc energy to last year's Finstock Exchange energy?
It's a little less intense. I mean, we still practice and still prepare as hard as we did, but you know, a little lighter, a little bit more fun. It's exactly what I need. I'm back to my old ways of having fun in the Schmoedown. That's what this is all about, right? It's fun.
Yeah, Star Wars used to be a fun thing to talk about online as well, Andrew. And, you know, I see behind you the working title of the greatest Star Wars film of all time. That's Revenge of the Jedi. Now, if you had to compare your outlook on this match today to a Star Wars movie, which one most accurately summarizes your thoughts?
I think Return of the Jedi. I mean, go back old school, going back to, you know, the old things that we like about Star Wars. And, you know, the good guy always victors over evil, right? I'm not saying that Alex is evil, but, you know, the people that should have won win. And that's what I see my career now in the Schmoedown is Return of the Jedi.
5 points for Demolanta, Christian. Put it on the board.
I knew you were going to say that. But, you know, Alex is a guy who has been champion for a long time here, you know, coming up on 3 years. And I know, I remember when you did your interview to get into the league, of how much that playing him meant to you, that you wanted to play him. You had envisioned playing him at a live event and taking that title from him. Has the vision of playing Damon, has that always been like a big inspiration for you?
Yeah, that was the ultimate goal. Like, it wasn't just to come in, like, you know, make a name for myself. I wanted that title. I came in, and it's like, I didn't call him out. It's like, I want to work my way towards him. But yeah, I mean, it's the driving force behind joining the Schmoedown was I know I can beat him, and I want to play him and take that belt from him.
All right, well, thank you to the Hunter. Good luck to you, sir. We'll see you in just a moment. And his opponent, representing the Stars, with a record of 6 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 knockouts.
Yeah, that's right, too.
He is the reigning, defending, undisputed movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion of the world, Alex the Demon Damon. The champion is here.
Just a
Alex, it seems like the same old dance, my friend. You now digital. This is the second time you're going up to defend your championship twice. There are new contenders. This is a new contender you've never faced before. When I told you that this year it's not going to be one of those things that if you win, you'll play once a year. You could play 2, you could play 3, you could play 4, and you said that's fantastic. Bring it. What is it about the competition? What is it about continuing to do this over 3 years now that keeps you coming back and with that fire?
Well, I mean, I started my channel because I love Star Wars trivia. I've always loved it. I've loved the goofy little details, the silly names, and it's just something that I have enjoyed continuing to learn more and more about. And like Joseph Scrimshaw has said this very well in the past. Like, this is just one of the few places where you can go and you can say one of these silly names, and people are going to cheer for you. Like, I can't get that anywhere else.
True.
Alex, we're looking at so many title defenses. You have so many championships in the world of Star Wars. So if you compare yourself to great physical athletes like a Michael Jordan or Roxy's favorite, Drew Bledsoe's replacement, they continue to reinvent their games even though they were winning. How are you different today than you were back when you originally won that nice belt?
You know, I've been thinking about how there's that bell curve where you start to learn something and you're like, I think I know a lot about this thing. And then you get over to the top of it, and the more you learn, the more you're like, oh, there's still so much out there. There are still so many Imperial officers, Rebel officers, species, and it's just getting deeper and deeper into that minutia. so that stuff doesn't trip me up.
Last question for you before we start here, Alex. Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta, much has been said about his hunger and his desire to try to take that belt off of you. Any thoughts? And obviously, he defeated Molly in the tournament. So does that go into your thought process of how hungry this guy is, the fact that he defeated Molly? What are your overall thoughts on the Hunter as a competitor?
Oh, he's a great competitor, and there's no doubt that he can hold his own against me. I believe that he can beat me. He's got the knowledge to do it. But I'm not here to beat Andrew. I'm just here to do my best, answer the most questions that I can. And I think that mentally that's going to work in my favor.
All right. Well, the champion has arrived, and now we're going to bring back the challenger. All right, Mark, our contestants have arrived. The championship is about to begin. 5 rounds. Please tell us the rules of round number 1.
I appreciate your manners. You're welcome. And here they are in round number 1. It is Star Wars. It is a championship match. You're going to have 10 questions from 10 different corners of movie trivia, Schmoedown, Star Wars know-how. Each question's worth a point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing, at least not in round number 1. That'd be too easy. You each have 15 seconds to get that correct answer down on whatever tablet, writing device, all that good stuff. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to the camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. But I can say right now, it's probably going to be right. Each one of you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. Not sure you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds? Use a jeté rule. You each also have 1 challenge to be utilized whenever you need to. You think answer's fishy, you didn't like the way something was ruled, use a challenge. We'll bring your manager in. You may delineate accordingly, and they will confirm and ratify that said challenge is taking place. Christian, the rules just keep getting better. Well, actually, they're the same, but these 2 competitors, they are in another galaxy entirely.
We asked the champion, are you ready?
This is where the fun begins.
And the challenger, are you ready?
You stole my line, Alex. I'm ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1, question number 1. We're going to start with Revenge of the Sith.
Speaking of which,
who went looking for Yoda the moment he saw the clone troopers attack the Jedi Temple?
Man, I was going to have a bet as to which one of us was going to mispronounce a word first, but you snuck in there with attack.
I know, right up top. 5. Always bet on me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Alex.
Bail Organa.
Yes. And Andrew.
Bail Organa.
Yes. And you guys both did it. Just a reminder, please just put the boards right in front of you the way that you just did when you do, just for when we edit a little later. So it's not off screen. Thank you so much.
Love the new graphics, by the way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I did that all myself. All right. What's that's a blatant lie. All right. What's the second question, Mark?
I think we all knew that was a lie. Your next question. It's in the category of The Force Awakens. It's awake. And your query for a point. According to Rey, how does BB-8 respond when she asked him where he came from? I believe the same question was asked to me by Christian when I first met him at his barbecue.
Same answer, too.
Yeah, well,
5.
It's not going to say anything.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, please. And Andrew.
Classified, really?
That is correct. And Alex.
That's classified.
2-2. As we get to our next question, question 3 in this championship match, The Empire Strikes Back.
I understand the question.
What model of vehicle was modified by the rebels to become the snow speeders on Hoth?
That's a round 1 question.
What a battle this is so far already. It's only 3 questions, Ed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they just don't even break a sweat. You and I get more sweaty asking the questions.
I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Alex.
The Incom T-47 airspeeder.
And Andrew.
T-47 airspeeder.
Correct on both. All right. So we got 3-3. 3-3. Next question.
Nerd alert, am I right? All right. Your next question is in the Ted Turner Network frequently occupying Rogue One, a Star Wars story. When Krennic approached Galen at the beginning of Rogue One, Galen said that Krennic was confusing peace with what? Man. We had a good time at this premiere. I remember that. They played Jump at the post party.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Andrew.
Sorry, Terror.
That is correct. And Alex.
Terror.
Yes. All right. So 4-4. 4-4. And now we get to our next question, Mark. This is question number 5. Halfway through here. Solo. What class of stormtroopers protect the convex transport on the snowy planet of Vandor?
Yeah, my guess would be the answer nope.
Yeah, it's probably not too
This
far.
movie
off.
makes me, I get hungry for Denny's.
5. Stop that. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, please. And Alex.
The range trooper.
Yes, Andrew.
Range trooper.
It's exactly what we thought it was going to be so far. No one has even come close to missing as we see 5-5 as we get to question 6, Mark. Question 6.
That's right. I might be able to get this one because it's in the category of Return of the Jedi, formerly named Revenge of the Jedi. For 1 point, gentlemen, what article of clothing does Luke begin wearing before he gets to Dagobah and wears for the remainder of the film?
It's not a hacky sack, is it?
I don't think you wear those. I think you kick them around with your hippie friends.
Oh, right.
I do know this one, though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Drew.
A glove.
A black glove.
Yes, and Alex.
A black glove.
6-6, ladies and gentlemen. 6-6. Did you expect anything else? And now we get to question 7, The Rise of Skywalker. Who says they win by making you think you're alone?
It's so funny. Even the question writers, because we didn't need the color of the glove. They simply have a glove.
Yeah. And these guys, exactly. Well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Alex Damon.
Zori Bliss.
Yes. And Andrew.
Zori Bliss.
Like I said,
tie
don't mind
game
me.
7-7. Well, we know. Excuse me. Yeah, 7-7. 7-7. We know who to come to once these two retire. They can write questions as well. So here's the next question, Mark. Question 8.
So long as you and I aren't competing, Attack of the Clones, episode 2. If you're keeping score at home, in Attack of the Clones, we learned that Padme served how many terms as Queen of Naboo?
Simply don't know how these two keep all this information inside of their head. I just don't understand it.
I don't know either.
Doesn't seem like a fun job, that Queen of Naboo. A lot of pressure.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I think I should
1.
change my
Hands
answer.
down, Andrew.
Sticking to it. 3.
2 terms.
Yes, and Alex.
2.
So
I wrote down 3.
8. Unbelievable
And I
stuff so
thought it was
far as we
2. I
get
should have
to
changed
the
it.
9th question.
Didn't.
The Last Jedi.
That's the end of the story.
The casino on Canto Bight can be found on what outer rim planet?
Oi.
Yep.
I thought Canto
Ellis
Bight
remains
was the name
1
of the
for
planet.
9.
Oh, if that. Come on.
I got the glove one. Come on.
All right, fine. 5.
Okay, like I said, don't
4,
mind me. I'm not
3,
really competing.
2,
I'm just
1.
here to have fun.
Hands down, hands up, please. And we go with Alex Damon.
Cantonica.
Yes.
That's
and
right.
Andrew.
Cantonica.
9-9, ladies and gentlemen. 9-9 so far as we
knew
get
that.
to.
I read
Well,
the
it might
stupid
not be the
book.
final question.
I
Is the
knew
last
that.
official question
could I
until we get
miss
a potential
this?
bonus question. Here is the 10th question here, Mark.
Should have
That's right.
gotten
Perfect rounds loom. I just hope we're not boring Alex and Andrew too much. Your next question.
Should probably
In
stop
the category of Star Wars Episode
reactions to
4, A
matches at
New
5 in the
Hope.
morning. It's really affecting
What
me.
giant beast of burden is spooked by a swoop bite as Luke Skywalker dives into Mos Eisley?
It's just the two of these guys. Like, these are some of the best, hence why they're here right now.
Wait, what?
And this could be a perfect round for both of them.
I don't even know what I just asked.
5, 4,
I know this,
3,
but it's
2,
something with a T.
1.
It's not a tauntaun.
Pens
It's
down,
something
please.
similar.
And Andrew.
A Ronto?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
and
something
Alex.
with, I remembered something with
Ronto.
a T. It
So
looks
they
like a
both did
giant
it.
tauntaun, but it's
Perfect
not.
game for both so far. And now the bonus question comes in. So, guys, because you both got it, same as the previous 10 questions, write it down, reveal it when you are called upon. Here is the question, the bonus question. In The Empire Strikes Back, who says, "They never asked me any questions"?
Finally, a gettable question.
I'll say, as much as I like bantering with you, pal, I'm almost like just on the edge of my seat, just watching, like, who's going to hit first? What's going to happen? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and we start with Alex.
Han Solo.
That's 11 points. And Andrew?
Han Solo.
11-11 at the end of
man.
round 1. It is the round 1 we thought it would be. Round number 2, Mark, how's it go?
Unlike what Han said, it's not going to be a very short trip here today. Round number 2 is the wheel round, the Wheel of Fate, Doom, and Destiny, because it's Star Wars. Get it? Each competitor gets a spin at the virtual wheel. Once you settle on your category, you're going to hear 5 questions from that corner of the galaxy. Each question's worth 2 points.
Right back.
There is no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which we think is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Remember, JTE rules still in play, challenge still in play, all that good stuff. And it is a tied ball game here, Christian, 11-11. And so the tiebreaker would be Alex Damon and his belt get to make the decision if he'd like to spin first or defer to the hunter.
I'll just go ahead and go.
All right. Okay. So we're going to remove Andrew and bring in Roxy.
Roxy
got 60 seconds to talk to Alex starting now.
It's incredible that you speak all of these other languages, because I've known English my entire life, and what I know for a fact is not a single one of those questions is in English. I mean, you are so unbelievable, Alex. And the thing is, we knew he was going to study hard. We knew he wanted to dethrone you, but the truth is there can only be one AD champion, and it's you. And you were born to do this. You're a true star. Alex is the heart of the stars. I'm staring at this because it's just the truth. And you've got this. So whatever comes up on this wheel, I know that you've got this. You are. This is your destiny. Something about the Force. Just insert a bunch of Star Wars metaphors. Let's spin this wheel and see where it goes.
You're nailing this.
Yeah, I really have learned a lot from you. Who are the best stars? Star Wars, and then the stars. I know the priority list.
All right, so now we're going to bring that wheel up. Thank you, Rox. And here is the wheel. Here's the spin.
By the way, Star Trek goes way under any of those. I learned that too. He's taught me well.
That's correct. Great handwriting, Roxy. Did you have to work on that, or is that just natural?
I just have great penmanship. Thank you so much for noticing, Mark.
All right, so it lands on mixed bag. All right, so Alex, Roxy, 60 seconds to decide, starting now.
Yeah, I'd like to respin that. Let's get something that's focused on one group.
It's better that way.
Or something like that. A category, I agree, Alex. Let's spin it again. While we're spinning it, though, I'm just talking to you, reminding you that even if it ends up on mixed bag, you've got this. Whatever it is, you have the knowledge.
True.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Nope, does not matter. You've got it no matter.
All right, so now they have chosen to spin again. Here is the spin. Here it is.
Roxy, I hear you do a good Yoda impression. You can't regale.
So it's a bold-faced lie.
Spins are happening. Will they or won't they?
Force Awakens.
Okay. You got this, Alex. I believe in you. Take your time. You've got this. We know you do. Alex is the heart of the stars.
We're going to remove Roxy and bring back Andrew. All right, so the champion is going to have 5 questions in the realm of The Force Awakens. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First question. According to Han Solo, who stole the Millennium Falcon from him?
Duquesne.
That's 2 points.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Who plays the Jakku junk boss, Unkar Plot?
Simon Pegg.
2 points. In The Force Awakens, name the spy that reports BB-8's presence in Maz's castle to the First Order.
Bazine Natal.
Yeah, Bazine Natal.
And for your fourth question.
I couldn't pull it fast enough.
It is. In The Force Awakens, how many parsecs does Rey mistakenly think the Millennium Falcon made the Kessel Run in?
14.
Correct. And your last question. Here it is. What causes the ragged unstable appearance of Kylo Ren's crossguard lightsaber?
A cracked kyber crystal from when he failed to bleed it correctly.
That's
I
2
did
points,
not
yes.
know that.
All right, so wow, what a round by the champion. 21-11, 21-11 as he just cleans through that category. And now we're going to remove Alex Damon and bring in Coy Jandreau. 60 seconds, Coy, starting now.
Hi, Coy.
Good sir. Excellent planking, especially that fourth question, round one. I saw the way your brain was working. You did exactly as we trained. And I saw you just get all 5 of those last questions in round 2. That's about to happen in your round as well. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling comfortable. Letting the answers come to me. So it's good.
Everything we talked about is happening, and you're landing this exactly as we talked about. So I have full confidence. Remember the planking. Remember the slight adjustments to things from last year to this year. You're doing all of it 100%. And I wish I had more notes so I'd seem like a better manager, but I'm just here to watch you own, sir.
All right. Well, thank you to Coy. And now we bring that wheel up. And here is the spin.
We know what we want, we know what we don't, and we pretty much want it all.
It is The Empire Strikes Back.
Go ahead and take it.
Gonna take it. All right.
Yes.
Gonna take it.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna remove Coy and bring back Alex. All right. We're gonna get 5 questions here, Mark, in The Empire Strikes Back.
You are correct, Christian, for 2 points. And now Andrew has 5 questions, each worth that same amount, 2 points. Andrew, the category of Empire Strikes Back, episode 5. Round 2 begins now. And here is your first question. What was Luke's call sign during the Battle of Hoth?
Rogue Leader.
He got promoted. That is 2 points.
That's 2 points. All right, here's question 2.
All right. In The Empire Strikes Back, when C-3PO is communicating with the Falcon, the ship says that the power coupling on the what axis has been polarized?
On the negative axis.
Yes, it was the negative axis. That is correct for 2 more points. And we move on to question 3. In The Empire Strikes Back, according to C-3PO, what are the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field?
3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
And
I know that one.
Yep.
All right. Here's the next question. Question 4.
All right. This is your penultimate question in the exciting, thrilling world of Empire Strikes Back. In that film, episode 5, the General of the Alliance is told that there is a fleet of Star Destroyers coming out of hyperspace from what sector?
Sector 4.
He's
the same sector where Harloff Minor is. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, they probably know better than I do. I don't know.
The swing and a miss for us, but Andrew remains perfect in round number 2. And to seal that perfection, your final question. In The Empire Strikes Back, what is the first line uttered by Boba Fett?
He's no good. No.
As you
wish. Yeah, as
he
you
crushed
wish.
that job
As you
interview
wish.
like Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta just crushed that
No
round. 2
disintegrations.
perfect rounds. Christian, do we just speed up to the 5-pointer?
Well, I mean, might as well at this point, but we are now getting to the 3rd round. It's the betting round, Mark. How does the betting round go?
The betting round gets interesting because we are going to wherever that place on Canto Bight was, or here on Earth, Las Vegas, because each competitor is going to bet a series of their own points based on their confidence in a particular category. So Alex Damon, because he is the champion, breaking that tie, gets another spin at the wheel. The wheel's going to settle on a category, we think, and a question numbering 1 will be asked from said category. Here's where it gets gambly. As soon as you see the category, we're going to get the bet from each competitor. You may wager up to 3 of your points. You don't have to wager any points. You can also wager just 1 or 2 points. If you get the question correct, you gain that many points. Should you miss the question, you lose that many points because that is the life of a gambler. So, Christian, Alex Damon is going to be giving that wheel a virtual spin with his mind one more time, and let's see what category he gets.
All right.
Thank you for playing along, Alex.
I took improv lessons.
Ooh. Force Awakens again.
Force Awakens, right back to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, The Force Awakens. All right, so we are going to remove Andrew Dimalanta and bring in Roxy. You got 30 seconds, Roxy, to figure out how many points you want to wager starting now. 30 seconds.
So I think we already know what we're doing with this. So I'm just going to use this time to remind you that you are the greatest champion to ever exist. I am so proud of what you're doing. We know that he's awesome too, but outwit, outplay, outlast. That's Survivor, not Star Wars. I know you've got this.
Thank you.
Do not. There is no try.
Oof. All right, thank you, Roxy.
Look at me go.
Great.
Yes, Alex.
Great. Probably we're going to remove both of these competitors. Well, one competitor, one bad impressionist. Here we go. Called her Kermit. All right. Here you go. So now, Coy, 30 seconds to decide with Andrew what you want to do.
We've prepared to no end for exactly this scenario. We know how we wanted to bet facing the scenario, but most of all, everything we talked about in our multiple preparation of this match has come to pass, especially in that last bit. I'm so proud of you for enjoying yourself. I'm so proud to see you enjoying this journey and for that planking discussion. Like this is, I honestly, it's like we dreamt this.
5 seconds.
It perfectly.
I put it in my workout routine. So
4, 3,
it. Dive in,
2,
man. You got this.
1. All right. Thank you. So we're going to remove Coy, bring back Alex. All right, guys. So we're going to count down from 3. When we hit it, please put your points into the private chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Thank you.
I'm betting.
All right, so here is the question
But
in
this
The
hour,
Force
I'm not
Awakens.
too confident with myself.
As BB-8 rolls across the sand dunes of Jakku before meeting Rey,
Oh, no.
what kind of creature is seen popping its head up out of the sand?
This tends to happen in these championship matches, Christian. You sense the sense of humor fading away, the focus.
Getting closer and closer to the prize. 5, 4,
I knew where they were going as soon as
3,
they said that, but
2,
I'm not too confident
1.
with my answer.
Pens down, please. And Alex, how many points?
3.
And you said?
The Night Watcher worm.
And Andrew, how many points?
3.
And you said?
A Night Watcher worm.
Both correct, both 3 points, and we see ourselves now 24 perfect games for both the champion and the challenger as it is time for the speed round. It is known also sometimes as the make or break round. Mark, how does it go?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the hyperspace round because it goes by really fast. That's right. It is the speed round, and in said speed round, each competitor is going to field 10 questions from various corners of Star Wars lore. Each question is worth 1 point. There is a penalty for missing a question. If you get it wrong, you lose a point. It's called the speed round because each competitor will have exactly 60 seconds to complete as many answers to the questions I will be administering as possible. In that 60-second window, should you go through all your 10 questions, your time will be done. However, you can say pass to any question I ask without fear of penalty for missing it. You simply say pass. I'll move on to the next question. Any questions that were passed, I will return to, provided there is still time left in the 60-second window. Your 60 seconds do not begin until I have completed asking the first question. So, Alex and Andrew, Damon and Dimalanta, Christian, they are tied still, and that means that it is Alex's right once again. A lot of decisions on your shoulders today, Alex. Would you like to go first in the speed round, or would you like to allow your opponent to compete first?
This time I will defer.
All right.
All right, so with that, we are going to remove Alex Damon. He will be going to a separate room. Roxy will be able to stay behind and watch with hands up. All right.
Got to make sure the throat's nice and crisp here.
All right, so as soon as we get word that Alex is in the other room, we will begin the speed round with Dimalanta.
Yep. But in the interest of time, actually, Alex was pretty quick. Yeah, did that in less than 12 parsecs. So, Andrew, I'm going to just give you a couple more primers, as I know the rules come flying at you fast and furious. So, once again, there is a penalty. You do lose a point if you answer something incorrectly. If you get it correct, you do gain a point. Regardless of your answer, I'm not going to acknowledge whether you got it correct or incorrect. I'm simply going to move on to the next question. We won't reveal how many points anyone got until both competitors have completed the speed round. And your timer, again, does not start until I've completed asking the first question. You can say pass to anything that I ask, and I'll return to it. You never have to answer a question. You can continue to say pass. All that pretty well understood?
Yes.
All right. And our connection seems pretty good. I'm just going to give you a test question just to be safe. And that question is, Andrew, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
The Empire Strikes Back.
You win.
All right. It's incorrect.
Oh, I thought you won.
Childhood favors return. So, yeah.
Well, I'll take it. Okay, Andrew, your speed round is about to begin. That timer, the 60 seconds, is going to pop up as soon as I'm done asking the first question. We'll start counting down. So here we go.
Here we go.
Your speed round begins with this question. On what planet does Galen Erso die?
Edu.
What is the name of the capital city of Naboo?
Theed.
Bright Tree Village is under the leadership of what Ewok?
Chirpa.
Who voices Yoda and the narrator in the Clone Wars film?
Tom Kane.
What was Obi-Wan's first line in A New Hope?
Hello there.
Hello there.
What landing pad was the Millennium Falcon directed to land on in Cloud City?
Docking Bay
327.
94? No.
Who interrupts Han and Leia's first kiss?
C-3PO.
In The Empire Strikes Back, what was Wedge's call sign?
Rogue 3.
In Episode 1, Brian Blessed voiced which character?
Ruger Nass.
What villain said, only your hatred can destroy me?
Darth Vader.
Andrew Dimalanta's speed round is complete.
All right, thank you
Yes,
to
that's true.
Andrew.
Darth Vader did say
And
that.
we are back, Mark. The champion is here, and it is his turn to answer some speed round questions.
6.
That's right, Alex. Just as a primer, I know you and I have been here many times. And the speed round, it is 60 seconds. You do gain a point for a correct answer. You miss a point for an incorrect answer. But you can also say pass. And I'll just continue going to the next question. Reminder that I will return to any questions you said pass to initially if there's still time in the 60 seconds. But you never have to forge an answer if you're uncomfortable with said question. I'm not going to tell you whether you got a question correct or incorrect. I'm just going to simply move on. Won't reveal that until your speed round is complete and all of the points have been properly tabulated. All that makes sense to you, okay?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Again, doesn't begin until I'm done asking the first question. And to test our internet connection, Alex Damon, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Pass.
It's fair. It's a fair point, given today's day and age online. All right.
I think we all know what he was
Writing
about
down
to
Return
say,
of the
but
Jedi.
never mind.
Alex, that 60 seconds is going to pop up as soon as I'm done asking this question. Cool?
Cool.
All right. Your speed round begins with this question. On what planet does Galen Erso die?
Edu.
What is the name of the capital city of Naboo?
Theed.
Bright Tree Village is under the leadership of what Ewok?
Chief Chirpa.
Who voices Yoda and the narrator in the Clone Wars film?
Tom Kane.
What was Obi-Wan's first line in A New Hope?
Hello there.
Hello there.
What landing pad was the Millennium Falcon directed to land on in Cloud City?
327.
Not sure about
Who
the last
interrupts
question
Han and
I answered.
Leia's first kiss?
3PO.
In The Empire Strikes Back, what was Wedge's call sign?
Rogue 3.
In Episode 1, Brian Blessed voiced which character?
Boss Nass.
What villain said, only your hatred can destroy me?
Darth Vader.
Alex Damon's speed round is complete, Christian.
All right, so we are going to bring back Andrew Dimalanta.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm 100% confident.
All right, our
with my-
competitors,
the answer
our
that I wasn't
competitors
too sure of.
are back.
So
the tally is done. Both competitors went a perfect 10 for 10. So at the end of the fourth round, 34-34, a tie game as we get into the fifth and final round. Holy crap.
Potentially
I will
final
say
round
it.
at this
Fifth
point.
round. It is the fifth and final round, the championship round, ladies and gentlemen. Mark, how does it go?
Love the gusto you put into that, partner, but there's a good chance it's not the last round. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. That's how we kick off the round. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a unique planet in movie trivia Schmoedown, shall we say. It's a different category in Star Wars, really. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question, 3 points. Your final question, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. In the event of a tie at the end of round number 5, we will go to sudden death overtime, which is looming large when you have competitors of this caliber. Again, 15 seconds to answer each question, and there is no penalty for missing a query, nor is there stealing in round number 5. Nor is not a word, but if it is a word in Star Wars, these guys have that answer, Christian. It's going to be Alex Damon again because we are tied 34 to 30. My goodness. Alex, you get to give us your 3 lucky numbers first. So from 1 to 20, what feels destined?
I'm going to make it easy on you and just go 2, 3, 5.
2, 3, 5 for the champion and for the challenger.
8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And Sabak, I like it. All right, so we are going to drop out. At the moment, we are going to drop out. Andrew Dimalanta, bring in Roxy. Roxy, 60 seconds starting now.
I mean, what happens after a heart attack? Because that's where I am right now.
Are you okay? Do I need to talk you down?
No, I'm absolutely never, because there's never a single second in life that I don't believe in you. So that's why I'm okay, because you are the absolute greatest player. And you've set yourself up for success here. You have as much time as you need with these things. You have all of your JTEs. Take your time if you need it, although right now you've taken no time. It's like every round was a speed round for you, and that's working for you really well. I hope that you believe in yourself right now. I'm sure that you do, because this has been one of the best matches I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm just going to stand by this. You're the heart of the stars. We're so proud of you and impressed with you no matter what happens, but I know that you're going to bring this one home for us.
I'm ready.
All right, thank you to both Alex and Roxy. Going to remove them both. All right, Coy, you got 60 seconds. Sorry,
standing
now.
next to a waterfall.
An empire can only last for so long, and today we rebel. You are playing the game of your life. This is the best I've ever seen you play, and I got you in the first round of the draft for a reason. I am here to be the longboarding Chewie to your Solo. I am riding co-pilot, and so proud of you leading this force. You're taking your time when you need to. You're powering through when you need to. I haven't understood a single question, but I knew you had the answers. I didn't have to wait at any point to know if you got it, because I knew you got it. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. This is so relaxed. Again, letting the answers come to me and do what we always discussed in the past meetings. So let's just do it. I'm ready.
Clockwork. We got a 2, a 3, and a 5, and then this is going to go longer than the Snyder Cut in overtime, and I'm ready for it.
All right, thank you to Coy. Are we going to drop him out, bring back the champion?
The champ.
All right, so we are going to start with Andrew Demolant. Mark, he chose category number 8. Category number 8. And that would land us with heroes. Heroes. All right, here's the first question. In Return of the Jedi, in Return of the Jedi, by what word does Luke address Vader for the first time on Endor's Imperial landing platform?
Father.
Father.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. So now we bounce to the champion, Mark, who chose category number 2.
That's right. That's in the category of Star Wars Underworld.
Ooh, good.
It's not a movie. It's just a
show.
It
was a planned show at some point.
For 2 points, Alex, to tie Andrew's lead. Who hired Zam Wessel to try and assassinate Padme in Attack of the Clones?
Jango Fett.
Jango Fett.
Yes, he did, and we are back tied, Christian. It goes back to the Hunter.
All right, well, the Hunter's going to get category number 9.
Better at this one than I did.
Planets and locations.
Mostly.
Planets and locations. Okay.
Planets and locales.
Here is the question. Which planet does Beckett long to retire to in Solo, a Star Wars story?
Glianselm.
3 more points. Wow. And we are just back and forth with that ping pong. And here is the 3-pointer for Alex Damon. That's category number 3.
Category number 3, Alex, is the one that started us off. A New Hope. back in 77. And for 3 points and the tie, the question: what was the call sign for the Rebel base on Yavin's moon during the first Death Star battle in A New Hope?
Base 1.
Very accurately titled. That is 3 points for Alex. We're tied again, Christian, and now it could come down to these next 5-point questions.
We're going to find out here, because where we stand at the moment is that Dimalanta will get his 5-pointer. He hits it and bounces right back to the champion. However, if he misses, Alex Damon will retain the championship one last time. Andrew, you have chosen category number 10. That is The Force Awakens. Here it is for 5 points. After escaping Jakku, where did Rey say that she would drop Finn and BB-8 off?
Panema Terminal.
For 5 more points, and the challenger is now done with his questions. And so here is where we stand now. If the champion hits his 5-pointer, we're going to sudden death. However, if he misses, Andrew Dimalanta will be the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion. Mark, he chose category number 5.
He did. It's one of those prequels. It's Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is your question.
My favorite Star Wars
for 5 points and the tie to send it to sudden death and retain hopes of keeping that belt. While on their way to rescue Chancellor Palpatine, Obi-Wan and Anakin are stuck on a stalled elevator. What is the elevator number that Obi-Wan repeatedly asks R2 to activate?
31174.
They're never going to miss, Christian. They're never going to miss.
I was like, when that came up, I said, this might be no, that's not the one. Okay. So it is tied. 44, perfect 5-round game at the moment as we get into sudden death. Sudden death, that could be. Someone asked, is that the first time ever? It very well could be. I don't remember it happening, but it is a championship match. Perfect all the way through. 44, sudden death. Mark, how's it go?
As the chat explodes, I remind everyone that I have a question for you all. Did you get your money's worth? Did you get your money's worth yet? Well, we still have more Schmoedown for you, because sudden death goes as thus. Feels a lot like round number 1, except it's a lot more pressure. We ask a question to the field of competition. Andrew and Alex then write down their best attempt at an answer on their writing surface. Once we ask them by name or nickname to reveal their answer after 15 seconds, they'll show it to their camera at the same time they verbalize their attempt into the microphone. Here's where it gets tricky. Still, each question's worth a point. However, both competitors get the question right, we move on to the next question. Both competitors miss the question, we move on to the next question. Should a competitor get a question right and their opponent does not, the correct answer will be the Star Wars Schmoedown champion of the galaxy.
All right. So once again, reminder that the only one JT rule for both of you. So here we go. I asked the champion, are you ready?
I'm still ready.
And the challenger, are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. All right. Question number 1. Here we go.
Question number the first.
Okay. In the Clone Wars, which character says, soon the Jedi will not only be at war with you, Count, but the Hutt clan as well?
Writing down their answers. It may just be a question of how many we ask.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Alex?
Darth Sidious.
And Andrew?
Sidious.
Well,
1 point apiece. And Mark, our next question, please.
All right, gentlemen. Your next question for a point and possibly to continue the match or win. After falling through quicksand, Rey heals what type of serpent creature in the tunnels on Pasaana?
Oops.
Do you have a knife, Christian? Could it cut this tension?
Seriously, 5. This is crazy. 4, 3.
I mean, I know
2,
I'm wrong, but
1.
whatever.
Pens down, please. And Dimalanta.
Vexus snake.
And for Alex.
A Vexus.
Both correct. All right. So now we get to question number 3. Question number 3. Here is the question. Here we go. All right, gentlemen. For your next question. What is the name of the yacht that Dryden Voss travels in?
I can't pull it.
Get a lawn chair ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Alex.
First Light.
And Andrew.
First Light.
Both correct. All right, next question, Mark. Next question. Here we go.
Okay.
Next, wait.
It's in the category of Star Wars, if it helps.
Oh, yeah. It's
Thank you.
It is still Star Wars. Yes.
Finally.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. We may have to go off Star. We may have to go Ewok's Caravan of Courage here in a second.
Seriously. Well, Bibiani will be happy.
Don't
Great
mention
movies.
it.
All right,
Don't
for a
mention
point,
those movies in front
possibly
of
the win.
Bibiani.
In Solo, a Star Wars story, what creature first seen in The Phantom Menace is a tasty delicacy that Dryden Voss offers to his guests, Beckett, Han Solo, and Chewbacca?
It's the fish that attacks the bongo.
All right,
But I
5,
don't know what its name is.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Andrew.
Kolu clawfish, anyone?
And for Alex?
Colo clawfish.
And we now get to yet another question in speed round. This is question, I believe, number 5. Here is your next question, gentlemen. Here's the next question. All right. Here it is. Okay. During the initial approach on the Death Star 2, what does Ninum express worry about to Lando?
It's matches like these where I regret standing up and announcing.
5.
Repeat the question.
First one. During the initial approach on the Death Star 2, what does Ninum express worry about to Lando? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Alex?
That they don't have a reading on the Death Star's shield.
And Dimalanta?
The Imperials are jamming them.
And your winner and Spill Movie Trivia Schmoedown Star Wars Champion of the World, Alex the Demon Damon! Getting the shield down, the shield being down for the attack is the answer there. And we see that is the end there as Dimalanta, are you waving or something? What are you doing? Are you challenging?
I'm challenging.
All right, let's bring in Koi.
I want to challenge. I'm sorry to do this. I want to challenge.
Okay, what's the challenge?
All right, here's the challenge. So what is the challenge?
I'm taking a stab, but like it is alliance. Like, how can they be jamming us if they don't know we're coming? So you said there's multiple answers that you would have accepted. This one has to be one of them because Lando turns to them and says, "Well, how can they be jamming us if they don't know we're coming?" So I don't know.
That's the problem.
That's my official challenge.
Can't understand.
Okay, and for the counter on that, Alex.
I guess just the wording of the question, the initial thing that 9nub, he says something, and Lando replies, "We've got to be getting some kind of reading on that shield, up or down." And then,
so in the rulebook, we're arguing that the phrasing allows for both as a possibility as our official challenge.
Yes.
All right, so let's get to we're going to talk to myself, Mark, and PJ, and we'll be right back.
Okay. It's a good challenge, and I would have dismissed it if not for what Koi said, which is that they're arguing that both answers could be considered correct. In which case, they both get a point and move on. And since I was I wrote something down, I erased it, and I started to write shield generator. So if, I'm not gonna give myself a point just yet. I'll just wait and see if this is the correct answers. If this ends up being that both answers are correct, I'm going to give myself the point for knowing the shield generator. I mean, it's a long answer to write, but I'd say the answer I gave kinda counts.
And we are back, Mark, for the ruling.
The ruling of Andrew Demolanta's challenge
Wouldn't be an Andrew
is
Demolanta match
upheld
if there wasn't a challenge involved.
Andrew Demolanta also was accurate in his assessment that Nia Nub was concerned about jamming the signal, hence his Lando Calrissian's immediate reply to his co-pilot. Alex Damon did get an exact quote. However, an exact quote was not necessary in answering this question, and so it could be the shield being down. It could also be the jamming of the signal. Both answers are correct, and we continue sudden death for the championship.
So it's
all right. We keep on going. Challenge upheld by Dimalanta. He still has his challenge. Alex Damon also still has his challenge. No more JTEs for Dimalanta as we get to our next question. Here it is. Mark?
It is in Attack of the Clones. Yeah, upheld. I meant the challenge was upheld, not the ruling. We're all good. All right. We continue on. And your next question, 4 points. And again, I know it's tough to come back from a challenge like that. It is
I think it's the first time
possibly
Alex
for the
has ever been
championship.
challenged.
Who votes in Padme's stead when she's in hiding after the assassination attempt on her life?
Who votes?
I just have to turn the chat off here.
Yeah.
Flying so bad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Andrew.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar.
And Alex.
Jar Jar.
All right. Both correct. Here's
I
the next
remember the
question.
full name. I could have
Here's the
just
next
wrote
question.
Jar Jar, but never mind.
What is the name of the clone commander in charge of the troops under the leadership of the Jedi Knight Ayala Sakura?
Christian, we are at 50 points apiece.
Wow. Crazy. You talk about drama. It has everything. This match that you possibly could want.
I have no
5,
idea. It's a total
4,
guess on my
3,
part.
2.
Repeat the question.
First one. What is the name of the clone commander in charge of the troops under the leadership of the Jedi Knight Ayala Sakura?
Did he say commander? Rank is important. Actually, I'm now less confident in my answer, but never mind.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Alex?
I just remembered it. I didn't have it written down. Can I say it?
Pyre?
And Andrew?
CC 5052 Bly.
Bly!
And your winner and new movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta! Holy crap! Dimalanta does it! Dimalanta does it! Oh, a challenge, a perfect game, sudden death 51-50. Andrew Dimalanta wins the movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars Championship 51-50. Unbelievable. All right, Coy and Andrew, I almost don't want to let you go because you're in such a state at the moment, but we're going to give it over to Jen. Congratulations. We will see you second. All right. So here we go. All right.
Time out, because we're cutting that little part out anyway. Yeah, Roxy, I can't respond to you when I'm on because I don't want to be seen typing, but the rules are you have to have the answer fully written down as well. The only time that we make it an allowance and ask someone first is if their internet connection is shitty and we can't get the timing right. So good man.
I come back in. All right, Mark, unbelievable. I mean, this is one of the best matches, Star Wars, Inner Geekdom, singles, teams, whatever. Unbelievable. Jen Sturger's going to have tons of questions. She even said it. She was given a big holy expletive, her inner wrestling fan coming out here because this was something else, but they got to do it. They're going to do it again in May. It's happening in May. Dimalanta and Damon, too, happening in May. They don't get a chance to rest, but I know he's going to be happy to hear this. Jen Sturger is standing by with Coy Jandrew and the new movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars Division Champion, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta. Jen?
I think we're going to have to make Mark Ellis a shirt that says Still Standing Part 2 underneath it because I'm so grateful I had a chair. Wow, what a match. I'm going to need new pants, though, because I might have just peed myself.
Mascara, I'm sorry.
Oh, God, you guys are so adorable. I could not be. I mean, it's such a weird way to say because obviously I root for all the competitors, but just the pure joy and excitement that came over your face when you realized he said and knew. Coy, how proud of you are of this man, and honestly, how are you feeling after this match?
I think these are my first full Schmoedown tears. I've had emotions and I've welled up, but actual streaming tears. We worked so hard, and I knew what this meant to Andrew, and I knew before I drafted him. We talked this has been not a month, 2 months, 3 months in the making. This is months in the making because I knew this is what we had to do to start the season. This was how the season had to kick off. We had to train. We had to prepare. We knew that Damon is an impossible force, but we had to be an immovable object. And the way this went down with every possible scenario, perfect games, perfect rounds, everything we talked about in training happened. Some of the questions that came up in training happened. And all of the scenarios that we had to navigate went through they talk about in sports manifesting and visualizing the goalpost. We did that to such a level that it feels like we already won this. This feels like a dream we're reliving through. So to see his pure elation and joy, knowing how much work he put into this, how much we studied, more mock matches than ever, more communication than ever. Andrew and I have been talking more than I've talked to my mom. This has been a ride and die experience. So the tears of pure joy were we were a negative points team last week. And now we're a Star Wars champion faction because I had full faith in Andrew Dimalanta. His training was everything. Him and Nikki are one of my favorite couples on the planet. Seeing them go through things together, seeing her knowledge, seeing his knowledge, seeing their love through Star Wars cause their love to be stronger and their Star Wars knowledge to be stronger. It's one of the most beautiful things I've experienced as a fan of genre content. And now to see him get that belt because of it and to see us defeat Damon again in May, I cannot wait, and I'm honored to be his manager, and I could not be happier to be here right now with him.
Andrew, let's walk through a little bit of this match, if you don't mind. You're gonna let it all fall apart. You don't have to keep it together for me, man. So obviously, round 1 tied, round 2 tied, round 3 tied. At what point were you which one of us is gonna flinch first? How did you keep your composure?
It's all thanks to Coy. It's just because before I would let myself get in my own head. No, is that the answer? No, that's not the answer. And just second guess myself. And every single meeting we've had was, what you know. Just let the answer come to you. Relax, have fun. Remember, I know we all take this so incredibly seriously, but we forget it's fun trivia. I love talking about Schmoedown. I love talking about Star Wars. I love the Schmoedown, and when you combine the two, it's just fun. Just have fun out there, and I think that was the defining thing that got me to this point. Was Coy just remember to have fun. You know what you know. And it
Do you
did.
think
It came.
managing is honestly like the management style of Coy versus what you're previously used to at the Finstock Exchange? Do you think that was a big part of why you won today? Tell me what this man means to you.
I cannot thank Coy and the rest of my faction, the Mercs, for all the support. I can't not mention Will and Bibiani. Bibiani has been a key factor in helping me prepare these matches. He's the person that has just been not only like, hey, I believe in you, like giving me ridiculous stuff to study. It's like, hey, remember you have to like, don't forget about this and this. Is like, oh yeah, don't forget about that, this and that, because it's unreal.
We did a mock match this week. I managed like I would have normally, and Bib spent 5 hours prepping it with questions that were barely in English. I didn't understand most of them. And it's like, I can not know something, but to not know the question's meaning is something else entirely. And that's Bibbs. So I'm so glad. Yeah, Bibbs is such a powerful force in this faction.
Wow. It's just first Shazam to the title and now Dimalanta to the title. It's like, what a transformation of a season so far. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit about May. All right, obviously, we're gonna do this all. Okay,
we gotta do it again.
You gotta do it all over again, okay? Because that's kind of how it works. When you hold the title, you have to defend said title. You've already proven that you can do it once. It's like, how are you going to take this win and just build on it and potentially, you know, at some point, maybe even match Damon's legacy? That's a way down the road. Like, because let's face it. He's just been an immovable force, like you said, like in this league. How are you going to study and prepare for this match coming up?
The same as always. I said it in multiple shows. I said it on my show. I'm so glad to finally get this win with the title for the Mercs and for myself. But we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate tonight. The Mercs are gonna celebrate tonight. We put the title on the shelf, and the next day it's back to work. That's the mindset it's been from day one. I told Coy from day one, we're gonna get the belt. We will celebrate when we win, but it's back to work the next day, because if today is any indication of what the next match is going to be, there's a lot more work to be done.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, guys.
Before I go, I know I thanked Coy. I thanked Bibbs. I cannot thank my life partner, my wife, who's been by my side every single step of my Schmoedown career. She was there when I auditioned. She was there at every single loss, saying, "Hey, pick yourself up. We'll be back at it again. You will be in this position." I cannot thank, and I love her so much for being there for me. And this title and me being here is not possible without her.
I remember that loss so vividly, and I remember how badly it hurt you. Just you could see it on your face. You know, it was written everywhere how much this game means to you. So it's so amazing that you have a partner that is so supportive and such a big part of your success here.
And watch out for her in the Star Wars edition. Just saying that. Just saying.
Congratulations again, guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you again soon.
Perfect timing for Coy's internet to die.
Well, there you go, Mark. Andrew Dimalanta, the new movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion of the world. He defeats Alex the Demon Damon, the first person to ever defeat the Demon one-on-one, but he had to do it with a score of 51-50. Did you hear that? No? I'll say it again. 51-50. Both competitors, 101 points collected. That is incredible, unbelievable battle here. And I'm sure, there's going to be a lot of emotions coming in from the other side of the camp here with both Roxy and Alex, Mark.
Yeah, Christian, 51-50, it's not just a great Van Halen album anymore. It is the highest score we've ever seen. And when you talk about Star Wars, the dreams of Andrew the Hunter Demolanta have come true. He is the new Star Wars champion. But for Alex Damon, I would say it's a loss and it's going to sting, but it was good enough. He knew everything, and it's just a matter of timing and getting that question onto the board in the nick of time in a round like that. And so he is going to continue on his study. And Jen did such a great job of asking about the match in May, because it does already loom. But for tonight, Andrew celebrates and Alex maybe licks his wounds. But both these guys are going to be right back at it come tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, listen. So now we're going to talk to both Roxy Stryer and the former, strange to say, movie trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion Alex the Demon Damon. Jen?
Roxy's not happy about this, I'm assuming.
Guys, this is a tough place to meet you. Just because, sorry, even Kevin's very upset. This is a tough place to meet you guys, just because I'm so not used to seeing you in this situation, Alex. First of all, tough loss today, especially the way everything went down. We're nice. The whole fact that you said you knew the answer right at the end, it's like, it was right there. It was right there. And unfortunately, with sudden death, it literally just comes down to whose brain flinches first. So I guess the obvious question would be, how are you feeling? But walk me through that sudden death.
I mean, that's how it goes. That last question is, you just sometimes you get that thing that you get stuck on. I was just sitting there going, B, B, B. I know it's B. And then, like, right when the last second was called, it was like, Bly. Just, that happens. So, but that's what I want to win or lose on. I mean, the challenge and everything, I would rather have a clear cut, like, there is an answer to this question and you either know it or you don't. And I love that we went to in the 50s for the score. So, it's trivia. It's fun. I wish I could hand the belt to Andrew in person because he played a hell of a match. I know how much this means to him. You can't not feel good for him.
Yeah. As hard as it is, obviously, to hand over a piece of hardware that's practically ingrained in your body at this point, we may have to pry it off of you. It's been there so long, What are your thoughts on Dimalanta as a competitor?
I mean, obviously, he's great. This is someone who's gone perfect multiple times, and to do that for 50 questions in a row it's thrilling. It's fun.
Roxy, I know that you're super, super heartbroken over this, just because I don't think there's anyone out there that invests themselves into their competitors as much as you do and into their success. Your pep talks this entire match were like just
change my
mind. They were Roxy. You know
so
what I mean?
Like the Yoda impressions is what I'm hearing from you again.
I knew you'd add a moment of levity here for me. That's usually my part, but still, the Yoda could use some work. But I have to say, how are you guys going to bounce back from this? Because let's face it, he's a legend in this game. He's the longest running champion we've had.
He's the legend. He's the legend of this game. And I would bet on Alex 100 out of 100 times. And tonight, notwithstanding, I mean, he is the greatest. And a couple of things. Number one, we talk about who flinched first. And what we saw Andrew flinch first. And sometimes the Schmoedown does become subjective. And that is just the way that the game goes when we have to challenge things. And it's something like Star Wars. It's a really hard job to make those challenges. I'm impressed with Dimalanta that he did make that challenge, because the last thing he should do is go home thinking, but my answer was maybe not fully as right as Alex's, but still right enough for the question. So I'm impressed that he knew to make that challenge. And then everybody had a really hard job about what to do with that. So I think that what we saw was that every competitor bleeds. And Alex included. Not often, very rarely, and usually we don't get to 51 questions or points later to see when the blood starts, but every single competitor. And I think that, funny enough, going into this, Alex knew all of the answers. He just wanted to make sure he would be able to access them in time. And had that not been a final round question, an overtime question, he would have had more JTEs and he would have been able to pull it. So it's just all the way the game works. I'm so proud of him. All great competitors lose at some point. That's what makes you a champion, is the comeback. There is no doubt in my mind that if we have to send this belt away, that it's just going to make a really quick round trip, because that's what's happening in May. So, Alex, I hope that you're okay right now. If anything, you proved today further why you are the champion. And it's your belt, and if it takes a little hiatus from you, so be it. But it's coming back to the stars, and definitely coming back to Alex Damon.
Let's talk about May for a second, Alex, if you don't mind. Is the second title a driving force for you now? A second title run? Or is it the IG title? Because let's face it, now that you're going to be a double division competitor, you've got a big IG match coming up. What is that match plus the training for the rematch? What does that do to your stress levels? You know what I mean? Like, do you just prepare like you always do?
I mean, I'm always stressed out, so nothing changes.
You and me both, buddy. Okay.
Count three of us.
And me.
There's going to be empty spot on my shelf. That's gonna. I don't know what I'm going to put in there for
toys.
For
More Star Wars
months.
toys.
Yeah, right. I just got to choose which toy, which Grogu goes in there. But I'm going to miss that build, so I definitely want to get that back. And I'll be training for IG while I can, but that tournament is a little bit farther away.
Absolutely. So, like I said, I guess, where do we go from here, Roxy?
Where we go from here is exactly where we've been. I think that there's not anything more Alex could have done to change the results of today. There was nothing more. We're not missing anything. There's not these gaping holes. It's not that he didn't know it. So where we go is we practice a little bit of self-love, because
I love that.
That's what we need. I'm not going to sit there. Sometimes when the players don't do what they need to do, like, or even if they win, with Brandon Hannah's match, what we saw was now we need to really hit the books. That's not the case with Alex. That's not the case. There is no, now we really need to hit the books. Now we really need to love ourselves. Now we really need to remember that you're a human being. And now we need to just wait for that round trip of it to come right back to us.
Well, Roxy, if this whole Schmoedown manager thing doesn't work out for you, you've got a great career as a motivational speaker. So,
thank you so much.
And a manifestation coach. Tough loss today, Alex, but we'll see you again very soon.
Looking forward to it.
He's still the heart of the stars, no matter what.
Absolutely. Back to the desk.
Well, we will see him soon, and I think maybe just because Alex is he's caught up in it. He's got a match right around the corner here as he's going to play the Barbarian in the Inner Geekdom division. Not a tournament, of course, but this is a match he's got coming up. So the question is, how does he handle that match now that this is this loss? Because it was only a 1-point loss, and Mark, this match had everything from the first round perfect, the second round perfect, the betting round, the amount, the speed in which they completed the speed round, all getting all 10 points in the 5th round. But then the match is over. Oh, wait, it's not over. Look at that challenge. Well, you know what? And I'll tell you right now, a little behind the desk stuff, there was a lot of going back and forth until we ultimately said, no, that's right. Andrew was right also. So they're both right. And then it's like, well, they were both right even in the damn challenge, right? So it's like, oh, everything is happening. It's another question right. And then boom, Dimalanta gets it done. And the drama there of Damon at the very last second going, damn it, I got it. Can I say it? And it's like, no, the rules certainly state, and this is the beauty of the rule book for people going, how come we can't say it? Read the rule book. It's in the rule book. And our writer just sent it to me to say, just making sure it's there. Look in the rule book. Have to go by the rules. That's the beauty of having it. It's on the website, theschmoedownlive.com. Check it out. That's what I love about having the rule book, by the way. Hey, how come we didn't read the rule book?
All right, we know you're excited.
I'm excited. What a match.
You could lock Croaky's hero Guy Fieri into a giant restaurant, and he would not be able to concoct a feast as giant as what we all just enjoyed, because over 100 points were correct in this one match that headlined our pay-per-view. The class of Alex and Andrew, the knowledge, the hunger of both of them, it hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't dissipated. Alex clearly was not bored with however many championship defenses he has, and Andrew wanted the title more than ever. And it's just, I hope we never get to Star Wars teams where these two guys team up, because I might have to tell you I'm going to the dentist the day of that match.
No one can, I don't know this, but we might have seen, one of the greatest Star Wars division rivalries maybe of all time, because as you saw the emotion and the pure joy in Andrew Dimalanta achieving that goal and achieving. I can say from conversations that I've had with Andrew of how much to get to this mountaintop is something that he's wanted from the beginning. And you could see Alex Damon. You haven't seen, the last time I saw that look in Alex Damon's face was in 2017 in a fatal 5-way match. We haven't seen that in almost 4 years. That look. So to beat Alex Damon twice, I mean, he's going to cement himself. If he wants to hold that championship and he wants to be a great Star Wars champion, you beat Alex Damon again in May, and then you got Laura Kelly right afterwards, because Laura Kelly's waiting in the wings. She's ready. And right now she's going to be even more pissed off because, and speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, this was a little impromptu. Laura Kelly is here. Little impromptu. She was here. She's waiting. She's muted. And she will be unmuted in a second.
I would have hit the mute button too. She had to wait for so long.
Well, I was screaming back here. I mean, it was insane.
I'm sure. And I was, and like I said, this is kind of a special treat for the audience because we had you ready to go if Alex won the match, because you would have been playing in May, and now we can say that you will officially be playing the winner at the Schmoedown Collision for the Star Wars Championship, whoever that might be. After seeing that match, so Laura, it really is a question of who might that be?
I mean, damn. Like, it's hard to say. That was just so crazy. Like, it was so crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like it. That was the most dramatic thing. It's hard to think about Alex staying down for long. I just don't see that happening. So I'm kind of thinking he might get that belt back, because if I were him, and honestly, if any competitor played the way that he did just now and then went down like that, you would be hitting the books really, really hard between now and then and really making sure that you're up to snuff. So I have a feeling he's going to come back stronger than ever. And I can't wait to I can't wait to see what happens, because that was just, my mind's still blown. Like I really had no idea I was going to be coming on now.
Yeah, I know. It was just I saw you there, and I was like, I got to get her thoughts. I got to see what she's thinking right now, because I'm also curious. We obviously know how the audience felt, but I was, as someone who is going to be playing one of these two guys for the championship, just the emotion that you must have been going through watching this as the number one contender now.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of emotion. I mean, I was like ready to throw my board, because I was just like, I don't know what's happening. Like, that was the challenges and stuff. I mean, we get interesting challenges in the Star Wars division, but this was a good challenge. It was like next level challenge. Wow.
Yeah. It was a really good challenge, and I will say this about Andrew Dimalanta: he shouldn't have apologized at all at the end there when he said sorry to do this, because he did exactly what he was supposed to do, and he knew that he knew the answer, and it wasn't it was the farthest thing from a petty challenge. It was a legit challenge, and that's the reason why he won it.
Yeah. Laura, can I ask you, how do you do watching this match? I'm sure you were kind of testing yourself, playing along. Can I ask such a personal question?
Oh, sure. No, that's totally fine. I missed round one. I was on a work meeting late, so I don't know how I did there, but I did really well the rest of the match. I did really well in sudden death, but I missed the same question that Alex did. I put down a clone commander that starts with B, but I had the wrong B. It was really fun. I was happy with how I did on the speed round. We've been sort of practicing those in swag study sessions, so we've been going hard on that, so I was pleased with that.
Well, do me a favor, show everyone at work this match and let them know that you're going to be playing in one of these, and so you need that day off.
Yes. You need a week off.
Yeah, no, I'll probably do what I did last time and take like a couple of days off.
That makes
sense.
My
cram session is like the big, kicker, that's what takes me over the edge.
Well, you got until July now. You're going to be playing for the Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown Championship at the Schmoedown Collision. The question is, against whom? Will it be Alex the Demon Damon, or will it be the current Movie Trivia Schmoedown Star Wars Champion of the World, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta? I can see him in the chat room. He just saying that. He can't believe that it's being said. So it's awesome to see. Congratulations to the Hunter. And thank you, Laura. I really appreciate you coming in, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Yes, you will.
So there is Laura Lights Out Kelly, and man, you see the way she reacted to it as a fan, and you could see the way that the audience responded to it. I mean, Mark, we're like, you look at Brandon Hanna and Zipper, and then Mark Hanopik and Chandru. We're only in March, man. We've had some of the best Schmoedown matches I think we've ever seen.
I think I'm starting to understand why C-3PO is so apprehensive about everything, because he probably announced matches like this, and it's like, I just don't know if I have the oil in my joints for another one of these, but it was just so much fun. I'm trying to think of any sort of event that happened in Star Wars lore that would be reminiscent of the battle that we just, I mean, you got the Battle of Yavin, the Battle of Endor. The only thing that could compare with this is when the Monstars took on the Toon Squad, Christian.
Yeah, this is the greatest Star Wars match of all time. There's just there's no argument to be made. Star Wars match, it's I know some people will say the Iron Man match, but that was and I love that match more than anything, but this is the 5-round format of just two competitors, one guy that really wanted it, one guy that just didn't want to let it go, and it was that and it's heartbreaking because with the split second, I know it, but I didn't write it down. And that moment right there, it's gonna live in the history of the Schmoedown great matches. But as Jen Sturger said it, and as it has been said, they're gonna do it all again in May. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. In May, we are going to get Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta going up against the challenger Alex the Demon Damon for the Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown Championship. It's already booked. It's already locked. It's happening in May. So, Mark, this is why this is why people become patrons. This is why you get that the schmoedownlive.com, because you can watch this on the replay and you can still be, but people are going to be talking about this one. Oh man, so you can get spoiled.
I thought you were about to say, Mark, this is why Mark Ellis, paid money, and I would gladly give you $10. I mean, this was just, it was unbelievable. It was inconceivable, but that's from a different movie, Christian. When you look at Star Wars, when you look at why we love these movies in the first place, it's not to yell at each other online about which movie's the best. We know the answer is Return of the Jedi. It's because we love celebrating it, and I don't know that you could have concocted a better celebration of the galaxy far, far away and a better display of Force powers than what Dimalanta and Damon brought to the table today. We are eternally in their debt for that, and all you fans out there, enjoy the spoils of victory.
100%. And thank you to our patrons who popped in before. We're going to go check out the rundown after this right here tonight. We are going to have the rundown with Frank Janish and Brad Gilmore breaking down everything that happened here tonight. But as this night started, the Mercs were in trouble. Well, they're out of that hole now. And now we had 3 factions that had championships. We now have 4. The Dungeon, the Mercs, the Rockstars, and Corruption all hold championships. And Coy Jandreau does it again. He took Shazam to the titles last year. He takes Dimalanta to the Star Wars Championship this year, his sophomore year as a manager, and he's got championships. Roxy still has those teams championships, and she could very well be the manager of the Star Wars champion again come May. So much drama, so much happening, and the pay-per-views, they ain't over, because coming up in just 1 week's time, or 2 weeks' time, excuse me,
That's
Mark
tomorrow.
Yodi Riley.
Scratch that. It's
against
tonight,
his former
from
partner.
my point of view.
It is next week.
That's next week, dude.
I'm an
Yeah.
idiot. Mark Riley and Ben Bateman go at it one-on-one, and John Roca takes on Liz Shannon Miller. Massive matches happening on Schmoedown Battlefield, the first battlefield next Friday, March 26th. 2 big battles as all 4 of these contenders trying to get closer and closer to that championship fight. So, ladies and gentlemen, wanted to thank you for joining us here tonight. Thank you to our great team over at Skybound. Thank you to our writers. Thank you to our editors. Thank you to our managers, to Jen Sturger, to our competitors. And of course, congratulations once again to Andrew, the Hunter Dimalanta, the new Movie Trivia Schmoedown Star Wars champion. So thank you so much. And Mark, thank you, my friend. And we're right back at it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 big matches. Don't you forget it.
It's movies. It's all we get day in and day out around this place. We here at the Schmoedown sending messages of love, unity, and peace to everyone here on Earth. And as far as that galaxy far, far away, the Force was clearly with both Damon and Demolant today. Congratulations to the new Star Wars champion, Andrew the Hunter Dimalanta.
Peace out, Mother F's. Oh, call back.
Okay. By the way, I had Commander Pyre. I knew it was wrong, but I went with it anyways. It was a better answer than having no answer. That's at least what I thought. Got 17 questions right, which is great. That's more than twice the amount of questions I got right in my last Star Wars reaction. But there's more than twice as many questions asked in this match, so it doesn't really matter, does it? In any case, congratulations to Andrew, the new Star Wars champion. Merc, I just love wearing this hoodie to a reaction. I'm so bummed that. By the way, I'm going to watch some more matches tomorrow because it's 6 in the morning where I am, and I probably should have been sleeping, but, you know, been doing this for 3 hours. Anyways, so I'm kind of sad that I don't have more hoodies. I only have like 3. I have the Mercs, Swag, and the Dungeon. Not going to be useful for some of the other matches that I'm going to be reacting to the next couple of hours, so in the next couple of days, but I just love wearing these, and hopefully I can get more of the, hopefully I can get all the hoodies, so that I can wear them to each and every single match. In any case, I am really tired. I guess it's becoming a theme now of me doing these tired reactions. I guess that's one of the reasons I missed 1 or 2, 3 of the questions that I missed watching this match. But yeah, I'm not really making much sense, even less sense than usual. So I'm just going to switch off for a couple of hours and come back tomorrow, hopefully revitalized with some more energy for the next few matches coming soon. See you all next time, and until that, Schmoedown.
Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.